And let's see, over here, this looks like a nice place for a base, don't you think? It's got water, which is really important. Even though the water looks really messed up, it looks a bit green. I wouldn't really want to drink that, but I don't know. As long as we can survive, it's not a big a deal. So we get out your flattener tool, and you want to right click with it, so flatten out all the land. Yeah, we want to flatten out all this land. Oh, is this land flat? Because we need this land to be flat so that we can construct this base on it. Because it doesn't like to be constructed on land that isn't flat, because the base is very picky. And I think about here, that seems like a good location for a base, right? We'll extend it out a bit before we actually build on it. Get on top of it, sorry. Because we are building on it right now. Right, so we will just add a wing to each side, and I like to have a sort of like an area in here that only we can access. So if I go onto this, I can build a ramp down, and then if I do this, we'll get the flattener tool out and try to fill in the gap under a wall. Yeah, just so that it looks a bit nicer, really. Purely aesthetic, really, for that one. But if it looks nicer, that's good. It's a bit. I don't really know if we can actually build under there, but it doesn't really matter. For now, if we just have, I think that'll. Yeah. So in this area, it's where we're gonna have our water stuff. So we're gonna have an oxygen generator. Put that down straight away. There's no point in keeping it in our inventory. And we'll just plonk it down. I think if we change the way that it's facing with the right key there, that's the right one. Plonk it down in the water. You press on it, and yeah, look, it's got the O2 source. If you didn't have it in water, it wouldn't have a source. So you need that. So now that it's in there, that's going to be all good. We'll just leave that. Nothing's going to happen to that. It's not going to float away or anything. It looks pretty stable. Go around the other side, and we also have to put down, I think, base entrance. Should we put it around here? Does this look good? Well, I'm talking to myself basically, but yeah, I think that looks fine. You will have to look into your options and find out what keys are actually used to rotate things. That's what I had to do, and it just, you know, because you have to rotate things like the ramps, otherwise they will look a bit messy, to say the least. Yeah, and it looks like all the land is pretty much filled up under all those, so there's no point in changing it. Don't want to mess with what's basically working quite well already. And we'll just put down a couple more things around here. Yep, so there we go. We've got our platform ready to put stuff on. And it's getting dark, so we'll head back to our base and see what has been complete. See if we can grab any of those materials we've been constructing. There should be we should be able to make pretty much everything now. It shouldn't take too long. I say that, it does actually take a long time to make everything. Unfortunately, startup in the game takes its time, but that's just the way things are. You can't really change that, and it's nice that the game's a bit more challenging like that, rather than letting you instantly build things. I do like games that have a bit more pace to them. For example, when I play Rust, I like to play on servers that have like multiplied by 3 resources and things, but games like this are also cool as well, and especially when it's in space, it needs to be slow to start off. Otherwise, if you just get a spaceship right off the bat, it just doesn't feel like the game rewards well enough, you know, because this game you need a motivation to keep playing, and that is if that isn't the motivation, then nothing is. I like how they give you the ability to go in the cockpit and stuff, and you're like, oh yeah, I can fly this, but no, you can't. You can press forward and it moves for a little bit, but you can't fly it. But it does look cool, and it's really nice that they do that, and I like this game. It's a really cool game. I can't wait to see what it does in the future. But yeah, okay, so we're back at the spaceship. We've got a few computers ready already, and as you can see, things are starting to light up. You can actually make things. Woo! We can make things. And this one isn't too hard to actually make, but I don't think we have the things for it once they've completed all the computers. So we might have to just leave that for now. Unless we cancel off a few computers. We don't... Well, we need... I think I used all my computers when I did it, but... You know what? 7 computers. To me... I think that'll be enough, to be honest. Yeah, I think 7 computers will be enough. Okay, we'll keep going. We'll build a small fuel tank straight off the bat. And then we'll look at a small generator as well. So we need a reactor core and 2 capacitor devices. These are other things that are a bit pain in the ass to make. Reactor core requires a motor and 3 pipes. So we can get a motor and 3 pipes. And then we get a reactor core going. And then after we've got a reactor core, we can... I believe if it sticks right, after we've made this, we can maybe make a generator straight away. No, we need 3 more electronics. Okay. Oh, we probably need a lot more actually. We need 6 more electronics at least. 6 more electronics. And then... what else might we need? Metal components? We should be fine on metal components. Possibly no computers, no. Yeah, we should be fine. So I'll just make a small generator after we've built those. Wait a second. Where did the reactor core go? Where did that reactor core? But I queued it, but... Right. Needs a motor. What's going on here? Cables 3, electronics 3. Need 3 cables. 1 motor. 1 motor. Which requires 3 more cables, but they produce 2 at a time, so get a motor, and then we'll get a cable, and that'll sort us out for that, I think. We'll have a look. We'll have to keep looking. This is the thing about the crafting system. That is a bit of a pain in the arse, but it's not bad once you've got going. Once you've learned how to use it, it's not too bad. At first, it took me absolutely ages to do all this, but you just got to sort of go with it, and it'll work out eventually. And you got to make sure you build the right things. Always look for the right things when you're building your main base, because that's what you really want at the moment. And then you want to ignore probably capital vessels and small vessels. You just want to go straight to ground vessels after making your main base, because we don't want to go into space straight away. You got to build up to it, like in like Spore and stuff like that, where you go through the stages of development, and eventually we'll get to the top guys. We'll be the top dogs. We'll own this universe. It'll be ours for the taking. Okay, need more metal components. Right, more metal components, more capacitors, more electronics. Okay, let's see. Yep, bunch of electronics. We'll get a bunch of capacitors going. Let's see. It's down here, isn't it? Oh, great. More capacitors. For real? For real? Oh, that's painful. Yeah, see, it's these 3. Well, 4 that are the tricky ones, but I think the reactor core is only needed for 1 item, so it should be fine. I need cables. Cables. When do we not need cables, though? And we need 2 of these, unless we've already got one. Have we already got a capacitor device? 'Cause if we do, that would be great. No, we don't. Of course we bloody don't. That means we need more metal components as well. Well, we need 3 more, but... well, 2 more, sorry, but I've over... Wait, do we? No, we do. Okay, we get a capacitor device going. And we need 2, but I don't know if we can actually make 2. Do we have enough electronics for that? Yeah, we do. Cables, we have enough cables for it. Yeah, so we should be... yeah, that should be fine. Should be fine for 2 capacitor devices. And then... okay, then we can... what was I even doing? Then we can create the... where is it gone? Where's it gone? What was I even making? I've completely lost track of what I was doing. Small generator, yeah. So we need more electronics. and more metal components, and then we'll be done with this. We will be done. So how many metal components do we have? Yeah, we need about that many. Well, we don't, but well, you know, I like to overstep the mark, and then we can use the stuff later anyway. It'll all be used up, trust me. We will use all this shit. Okay, so the small generator will be on its way soon. Fuel tank there. After that, I think we should probably get... have we got a cargo box? Did we make one of those? I can't recall if we made one of these. I don't think we did. Cargo box is useful. It's not that important right now though, because we haven't got that much to store. But it will be handy. We can miss it out for a second or two. Well, for a bit. We'll produce it later. Oh, I think we've run out of fuel in here. So this is why fuel is important, because it will run out really quickly. Okay. Let's see. Where's the fuel gone? Okay, sorry about that. Just had to open the door for someone. Someone came and to visit my house, so had to go and sort that out before I continued. My dog is going mental as well. You might be able to hear him. Let's see. Yeah, so we need more fuel. Where's my fuel gone? Oh, it's down here. Just never took it out. Okay. So yeah, we just put fuel back in here. May as well fill it up because we'll use pretty much all that there. On construction. We need to get some oxygen going as well, so we'll go and do that as well, and I'll show you how to do it. So we just have to go in the oxygen container, place one bottle in, don't put two because it's not efficient to put two in, and then go next to this, and it'll just fuel you up. And as you can see, well actually, normally it gives you a bit more, but we'll put another one in. There we go, all sorted. Now you know how to use the oxygen, and we'll get the emergency rations out because we are looking a little bit hungry. Just like to top ourselves up a little bit. Put that back in there. So that's great. We're all set at the moment. We're getting the small generator going. Okay, that's great. And the next thing we want to get is the large constructor. Now this is going to be pretty important for our base. Because it's basically going to be able to mean that we don't have to go back to the ship to construct things in the future. So we're going to have to do that. Let's see. And the food processor as well. That'll also be handy. Not right now, but we will need it, so we may as well make it now then, rather than leaving it till later, because I don't see the point in just leaving things until the last minute. We should get them when you can, and then you don't have to come back here, and everything's good that way. Okay, it's nearly done, and once it's done, it'll tell me what I need to make this. And we need 4 cables, 2 motors, and 4 pipes. So we need 2 motors, which is a lot of cables. May as well get a bunch of cables. So we need how many of those? 2 motors. We'll couple the motors straight away. A lot of 2 control devices, 5 electronics, and 4 pipes. Control device, electronics, and pipes. Control devices are a bitch to get. We need electronics for those. We'll get more electronics. How many do we need? 4? Do we need 4 of those? Is that right? Am I right with that one? No. No? Yeah, no. Don't need that many. Stop for a second. Reduce those by 2. And then we need pipes. Pipes. Pivoty pipes. Okay. Is it 4 pipes that we need? Is that how many I saw? Yeah, that's right. Let's see. I mean, we need more metal components and stuff as well. More electronics, which we might have enough actually, because we're building quite a few there. Metal components though, we definitely need some of those. So we may as well get... Wait. Control device. No, we don't need those. What am I doing? Okay, keep making that. We only need 2 of these, which are a lot easier to make by far than our capacitor devices, which are not easy to make. Alright, so we're gonna have enough pipes, we're gonna have enough electronics by the end of this. We're gonna need metal components. That's what we're gonna need, I think.